Hello everyone, welcome back to Action Figure Imagery Tour Reviews. Today is a review of Jazwares Ultimate Series UFC Conor McGregor figure. This isn't the first time we had UFC action figures. Originally they were done back in the past by Jack Specifics, but however those figures were much bigger than these that came out this year. Those figures are in the 7-inch scale. These figures are out right now are in a 6-inch scale, and it's very nice to have Conor McGregor in my possession right now. I recommend if you're going to go after these figures, you might want to go after Conor first because of this right here. You see that limited edition figure? I'm not sure. I guess he might be kind of rare. I'm not sure. And also, when you look on eBay, he seems to be at a much higher price on eBay than the other UFC figures, so I recommend if you can find Conor McGregor in person, do so. It'd be better to get him for about $19 to $20 in person at a Walmart or a Target or wherever, compared to getting him for about $50 on eBay. Here's the side of Conor right here, back side of the packaging rather, and the back of the packaging. UFC, there's the writing, there's his nickname, where he's from, his debut, career highlights, and there's the pictures of other fighters that have figures of him in his first wave. Here's the other side of the packaging. Okay, now let's look at Conor out of the packaging. Okay, here's Conor out of the packaging, and all I can say is, like, wow, this is a very cool action figure. I like this figure a lot. I pray that this line is very successful. It's Conor. If the figure feels good in your hand, the joints are tight. Nicely detailed. Look at the gorilla tattoo on his chest. I think that's a gorilla with a crown on his head. Got his last name written underneath. Tiger underneath. And it's also great, it's fantastic that these shorts are cloth shorts instead of painted on like the WWE figures. There's Conor's tattoo on the back. There's side view, right side view. See the UFC logo on his gloves. Very cool figure. Very impressed with these. Okay, as for articulation, start with the head first. Okay, Conor can move his head all the way down like that. Upward head movement. Move it all the way up. Whoa, better than I thought. Almost yanked his head off for a moment. Side to side, of course. Arm movement, outward. Got a shoulder swivel. Swivel with the elbow, swivel with the wrist. Not exactly an ab crunch. I have to keep forgetting what these things are called, but I think sometimes it's better than an ab crunch. It's not loose. Joints are real tight. It does have a upper thigh swivel right here, and you can see his like he has gray trunks underneath the cloth trunks there. Okay, go down further. Bend his knee back like that much. Bend it forward. Push his leg forward. Leg goes outward some. There we go. Like that. Ankle pivot. Well, really foot pivot. Really, I don't think there's an ankle pivot, but very cool figure. And as for the packaging is also impressive. Look at how this is done. I mean, it knows like this. Look at the UFC logo at the bottom, and if you can see there's the UFC cage, and there's his flag, not flag, his towel that he comes with, which I'll show you a little bit. You can see the cage. This is a nice diorama piece. In case if you want to display them, you can do them like that on your shelf. It's very nice. Okay, here's a look at Conor's accessories. Okay, first up is the championship belt, UFC championship belt. Okay, you see it has 3 loops on the back, and unfasten it. It's up to you whether you want to fasten it around his waist or displayed on his shoulder, and he comes with an extra head. It's like a screaming head, an alternate head. It's good for toy photography instances, just in case you want to show that he's in pain or something. And 2 extra hands, open palms rather. Default hands are closed fists, and the alternate hands are open palms. Great for grabbing poses and lifting poses also, if you want to lift someone or grab them, and use these hands for those. And here's the flag that he comes with. It's made out of a nice cloth material. Feels very realistic. The Irish, proud to show off his Irish heritage. See how it looks on him. Maybe you can put it around his shoulders. However you want to display it. The downside is when you get ready to take it out to the packaging, you kind of, I had to see those white scrapes if you want to mess up your diorama rather. But that can be handled. The clear plastic casing can be glued back on probably, and hardly ever notice it. But now let's look at some still images of Conor, still slideshow images. Okay folks, here are the still slideshow images of Conor. Here's Conor as he appears inside the packaging. Here's a side view of the packaging. Left side view of the packaging. Close-up of Conor's face on the side of the packaging. As you can see that gorilla on his chest much better. Okay, that's a zoomed out image of the same image. Right side view of the packaging. And that's how Conor looks when you open up the packaging. You see all the accessories, extra hands, the head, the belt, and the flag. Conor stands a little bit under 6 inches tall, which makes sense since he's under 6 feet tall in real life. Close-up of Conor and the gorilla on his chest. Just a profile view of Conor. I see I have him with the defaulted hands. Left side view of Conor. Look closely, I like how they did his hair too with the fade. Good job on that. Back view of Conor. See his tattoo a little bit better with the slideshow than you could with the video camera. Nice job with the hair again. Left side view of Conor. And you can also see more tattoos like the one on his elbow. There's Conor next to Marvel Legends Peter Parker and G.I. Joe Classifieds Duke. Toy comparison, size comparison shot. Conor with the belt, with his championship belt, UFC championship belt, with the default head. And there's Conor with the mouth open head, the second head, with the UFC championship belt. Conor with the flag that he comes with. Or, it depends on what you want to... Earlier I called it a towel, but I think that's a flag. There's Conor next to WWE Mattel Callisto figure. Another small range character that's under 6 feet tall in real life. Conor next to Ronda Rousey, who used to be a UFC wrestler. Maybe one day they'll make a figure of her UFC. There's Conor with WWE Mattel wrestler Mickie James figure next to a Mickie James. And Conor next to another barefoot character for comparison, Wolverine from Marvel Legends. I think that's the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, if not mistaken. I keep forgetting sometimes. And there's me taking a picture of Conor without using the flash on the camera. I was trying to get a better shot of the gorilla on his chest. The tattoo. And there is the same photograph with the flash. as the flash does make the picture kind of hot and glare. There's the back of the packaging. You see the other fighters that are available as action figures in this first wave. And that's a comparison shot. How do you think Conor looks compared to the real life Conor? The figure looks compared to the real life version. Okay, folks, one thing I forgot to mention earlier about Conor's articulation, this includes all of the UFC Jazwares figures. I'm sorry, I almost said Jack specific. Jazwares is that they have their elbows, they can move inward and outward like that. You can take his elbows, move his shoulders inward like that, and where he can make that type of pose. Have his arms close together like that, and all the figures can do that. So now you have the luxury of having guys do chokeholds on other guys, and his arms can also move back like that much, like that. But you got articulation here in these corners too, so that's pretty cool. I didn't notice that at first, but that's nice. You can get chokeholds on guys finally. Let's think about all the possible poses you can do with these figures, whether it be chokeholds or the interchangeable hands allow for almost endless possibilities of displays, multiple display options. And I just thought I'd throw that in there. Almost forgot for a moment. Hey folks, final thoughts on the Conor McGregor figure. I would want to make a correction on what I said earlier in the video about it being a limited edition figure. The 2020 limited edition is really on all of the figures, not just Conor. I guess that's just something they do for advertising purposes, but I took it as a way of saying that the McGregor figure might be limited to so many pieces, but that's not the case. Other than that, like I said earlier, it's an overall cool figure. Very good job done by Jazwares. Like I said, let's hope this line continues. Wish this line lots of success, and I'm definitely going to keep on adding these figures to my collection, action figure collection, and maybe you will too once you get a hold of one of them. Other than that, have a blessed day everyone, and see you in the next video.